Hey gang, how's it going? It's Joe. Man, we got like a John Kerry, somewhat of a John Kerry day going on here today. It's 75 degrees. Some clouds in the sky. Ooh, sorry about the sun there. Yeah, it's nice out here today. So with that, I'm getting some stuff done on the car. What did I do today? Well, I finally got the torque box in. That is finito. Also got it welded in on both sides. So I should have, I just got to grind it now, do a little trimming. But other than that, for the most part, that thing is in and done. I also cut out the partially core support with radiator mounts. And I'll show you that here in a second because I'm giving that to Sam for his car. Because I think his rusted like somewhere around there where the battery was. Yeah, so I used my plasma cutter. I just bolted some thin steel to it so I could rest the head against and just cut straight down. Made 3 cuts, made it pretty easy. I also, when I cut these out, Mustangs have like I think it's a strut rod, radius rod, whatever you want to call it. That goes 2 braces that go between the frame there and the frame in there and the core support on both sides. It was kind of trash when I cut it out, and not to mention it was rusted anyway. So it has a split seam on here on the front of the core support. So I just went ahead and cut that out too. I turned the plasma cup just a little bit much to get a little hotter, so I could split the core support inside, and then I'm going to slide this piece in it. It's already in there. It's not final yet, but I just wanted to see if it would fit in the hole I cut. So I went a little slow when I cut it with the plasma cutter, so it opened it up. And this is a pretty thick piece of steel here, and this will provide me some extra support. I'm also going to weld it to that side, to this side. I'm also going to stitch it. Probably drill and stitch underneath, and then I'll just go ahead and weld the whole thing right through here. Give it some more strength. I am going to make a jack pad, and I'll do that. It's one of my projects. I'll make a jack pad and it's going to stretch between here and the strut rods. Stock position, except it's going to be a little bit thinner steel, of course. But I need a jack pad because if this thing's going to be painted, I'd rather not use this. Plus, the jack is going to have to slide all the way under to get to this thing. So I'm going to put a jack pad right underneath there so I can jack the car up if I need to. And it'll be bolstered, like I said, against the frame rails. So I won't be jacking up the front end on the car going, eek. At least I hope not. With that, let me show you the core support I cut out. This is, like I said, Sam, I'll mail this to you. Hope this is enough. This is the passenger side. If not, I think you can probably patch a little bit, but you know, for the most part, you know, maybe you can cut off on that side and use it and just flip it over. But if you need any steel, you can just cut it from inside there. Yeah, I'll just mail the whole thing, and you use what you need, buddy. Like I said, here's another shot of it, so you can see. This is the driver's side. I just went ahead and cut the whole thing out. This is the passenger side. I think yours is rusted right around there somewhere. So, I hope this helps. I'll just shoot it off to you, throw it in the mail, wrap it up. I'll just mail it like, you know, I'll just wrap it in some paper and mail it like this instead of cutting it and trying to find a box. So, alright, with that, I'm also going to, since the radiator is kind of tall, it's in the box there. I think most of you already seen it already. It's in the box. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to make some saddles. Once I get this fitted well, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to cut some saddles here. I'm going to cut it, use some angle iron, wherever my angle iron's at, so the radiator will sit properly, because right now it'll sit right on top of this, because the tanks are because it's wider, so the tanks will sit right on here. Obviously it'll be too tall, it'll just come right flush with this. I need it to sit lower, so you know, when I go to bleed the cooling system, hopefully the radiator won't be the highest part, or the radiator will be the highest part, I'm sorry, over the engine. So I'm not going to set it down too low, because I don't want I don't want any air trapped in the engine. So again, I'll probably make it just like a ½ inch down. I'm just going to cut this out and use some angle iron, weld it in there, and I'll be good to go. And then this radiator support will be done. I'll go ahead and clean up that too, so it's square. That way, you know, it looks pretty good right now in video, but it's off a little bit, so I'll just match it so, you know, when you're looking at the car, it doesn't look off-center or anything like that. But yeah, that should definitely help the cooling out of this thing, because if I'm going to put a big motor in this, I need as much cooling as I can get. So with that, it should be good to go now. And Udizzy, man, that's some. I don't even know what to say on something like that, because that's. I just let you know that the Garage Gang is here to support you and anything else. You know that. We're all here for you, man. Prayers going out to you, and anything else. It's just hard. I couldn't imagine something like that. So you know, the Garage Gang is here for you. I'm sure you know that already by all the videos people put up. But just one more person to, you know, think of you and send good thoughts your way. So again, sorry for your loss, Udizzy, and you know, we're all here for you. All right. So after I get that project done, that one I have to. This rust right here, you can see it. I'm going to cut this out. You can barely see the line, but I'm going to cut it out. I got a new piece of steel on the inside there. I'm going to cut it out and re-weld this in there too. So that should take care of all the rust on this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some rattle can spray bomb on this primer, because I'm starting to get a little rust showing up around there, around the seam there. So I'm going to go ahead and rattle bomb it for now, just to put something on it. After that project, or after radiator's done, I think I talked earlier, I'm going to go ahead and cut that out and make it just flush, square piece of steel in there, drill it, and put the piece for the heater core. And then I'm going to weld a piece in, because I got a new steering wheel too, or I'm sorry, steering column. So I got a piece of steel I'm going to fit in there, and with the column, because the column, it's not a Flaming River, but it's like a GM chrome column that I got off eBay for cheaper than a Flaming River. Same length, so it's clearly the diameter is not that big, but I want it a little bit smaller, because I'm going to put mat all in this stuff. Not show your face garage mat, but I'm going to put some Dynamat in here. But I just want the hole smaller, because the circumference of the steering column is much smaller than that. So I'm going to fill that in, and then I think this is done, short of painting. You know, I'll go. Oh, I need to put the panels in too. But yeah, once that's done, panels will go in, and then it'll be ready for body work. But I'm not going to do any of that stuff yet. I'm going to cruise to the back, of the car, and there's my wheel tubs. I'm going to tub the car. Oh, one other thing. Let's walk around this other side. I picked up a gas tank, because I think, guys, my first video I showed the car, I had a fuel cell in this thing, and to fill the car, I had to open up the trunk, because the fuel cell filler was inside, and that's not cool on a street car. I mean, if it's a race car, sure, but you know, I just don't want that anymore. I just want it kind of looking nice. So instead of filling this in, I bought an 18-gallon fuel tank. I think it cost me like under 90 bucks. I think it was like $89 plus $10 shipping, so it was a pretty good deal. But it's much larger than the stock one. The stock one is flush. I think it's a 12-gallon. This is I think I said like a 16 or 18-gallon. But it'll work for this purpose for sure, because I'll be able to stick because like I said, I was going to fill this in, but now I'm going to run a stock gas cap, and it'll look pretty cool, I think. I'm also going to do a little sneaky to it. I don't think I have it here. Maybe I do. But since y'all know the engine that's going in this thing, the stock fuel tank delivery will not work. So unless I can find it somewhere. Finishing my basement, gang, so I got all my car parts in here in the garage. But I don't know where it's at now. But I got a sump. I'm going to put a sump on that stock fuel tank underneath, so I can run I got an Aeromotive 1000 pump for it, and that's gonna be my main fuel supply. And then I got a Mallory pump that's gonna be for the nitrous. But I'm gonna sump that tank, and I'm gonna do it kind of closer to the back, so you really won't see it. I think it'll be hidden enough once I get the car sitting low enough on the tire. I do not think you'll be able to see the sump unless you really been under the car and look for it. But I'm going to sump the stock tank and run some fuel line up for this thing. And I think the air motive I can actually put inside the tank. So I might do that as well. I'll research that more. But yeah, gang, this video is already 10 minutes long. Here's, like I said, here's the progress. And yeah, been catching up with some videos because I've been busy. I know saw Cobra Fanatic got his getting his car done. VW Darren's getting a lot of work done around his house. Haven't seen too much of Resto Pros, like I said, and there's a guy called Joe Daddy's Garage. He's doing a Mustang. He does a bunch of other stuff too, but he's working on a Mustang. So for those of you Mustang guys who haven't checked out his channel, it's Joe Daddy's Garage. I might put the link at the bottom of my video or something like that. But yeah, I haven't seen much from Turbo Cobra either, than doing little projects. I haven't seen him finish up the car, so I'd like to really get some closing on that. Hopefully, he can take care of some other stuff that we've seen and finish the car. But yeah, guys, just want to not very good unscripted video. So just let you guys know, everything's going cool, and hope to see you around. All right, take it easy.